Namaste, everybody. Haribol. Welcome. So, we're going to do a series of talks about different subjects in connection with life and the viewpoint from Bhakti Yoga. Today, we're speaking about who am I or who are you? What is our real identity? And I always offer my respects to my spiritual masters, Siddha Sarupananda Paramahamsa and Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami. So the idea of identity seems strange to many people because everyone thinks they already know who they are. We've had our identities our whole life. But really, we're speaking from the Vedic viewpoint. We're going beyond what we think to what is the eternal truth. So right now, we identify with our material bodies. If I am located within a male body, then I decide, oh, I'm a male. If I was born in America, I'm an American male. And if I embrace some religion, oh, I am an American male Christian. My mother is so-and-so, my father is so-and-so, so this is my family identity. You know, of course, I'm of a certain race, I'm Caucasian, and whatever. And this is how we see ourselves. And then we add more and more labels, if you will, to our identity by our profession. Oh, I'm a welder, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a military person. Or, you know, maybe according to my marital status, I'm a husband or I'm a wife. You know, if we have children, that put us in the category of parents, fathers, mothers, etc., etc. Years go by and now we become grandmothers and grandfathers. And this is how we see ourselves. This is our identity as we know it. However, according to the absolute truth, this is only a temporary material identity. And our true identity is spirit soul. You know, another interesting point that we understand from our Vedic teaching is that our gross body filled with its labels is one identity, but we have a subtle body. It's called the mental body. Sometimes it's called the astral body. And this is where we find our desires, our emotions, our feelings, our will, and all these internal things which constitute the internal me. You know, sometimes you think, this is who I really am, and all these external designations are not really me. I'm the inside person, see? But again, according to this Vedic knowledge, this is a second material body called the subtle mental body, sometimes referred to as the astral body. So these are like two layers of clothing. We have a physical body, which is the outer layer. We have the mental body, which is the under layer. And then we have us, the spirit soul, completely different energy, spiritual energy. The two bodies, material energy, we are spiritual energy. Material energy is temporary, so our bodies are very temporary. It lasts for a short time, comes and goes. And we learn that spirit is eternal. So that means I really am eternal, but I am in a temporary material body. I'm identifying as my temporary material body, and this is automatically conflict. We also learn that material energy is non-living. There's no such thing as live matter. I'm sitting on this chair, it's not alive. See? So in the same way, we call our body alive, but it's not. I'm the life inside the body, and that's why when I leave the body at the time of death, the body is no longer alive. It's called dead body, right? It was always dead, and the living force was myself. So we are eternal spirit souls. That is our true identity. And we find also that not only are we eternal spirit souls, but we're a part and parcel of the Supreme Soul. There's a Supreme Soul from which we all come. This is our absolute eternal identity. This never changes. Our bodily material identity changes all the time. In this one lifetime, it changes. See, we go to another body in a future life, and our identity changes again. Bhagavad Gita, our main scripture that we study in our bhakti yoga process. The Lord Krishna says, as the soul continually passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, in the same way the soul passes into another body at the time of death. See? He also says, for the soul, there's neither birth nor death, nor having once been does the soul ever cease to be. Soul is eternal, ever existing, undying, primeval. The soul is not slain when the body is slain. We, the spirit soul, go through all these different changes of the material identity, different lifetimes, different bodies, different scenarios, different mental conditions, levels of consciousness, but we're still the same person. See, that's the foundation of understanding life. So this is a very brief journey through the world of our identity, but very profound. So if you can think about these things a little bit, just remember, I'm not the body. See, I'm the spirit soul in the body. Yeah, the body's getting old. I'm not getting old. The body's sick. I'm not sick. See, think of it like your car. You're not your car. If your car breaks down, that's not you. See, if your car gets in an accident and gets smashed, that's not you, that's the car. See, in the same way, the body is our vehicle. It's our present car that we are riding through this temporary existence in this lifetime, you see, and then we go to another body, get a new car, and start again. So, again, very brief, but think about it. It's quite deep. Namaste, Haribol, and just a reminder, we're going to have our next presentation on the way to meditate, how to actually meditate. I'm going to show you some very easy methods so you can meditate with no problem. Thank you very much. Namaste. See you next lecture. Haribol.